Welcome back, everybody, to Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. Today we have Jason Bakou with the BeneFITBox, along with my co-host, Anthony Toma. We're going to get into speaking today in regards to his business, which is the BeneFITBox, a supplemental company that he started, him and his friend. And we're going to go ahead and let him introduce himself and take it from there.
Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming along.
Thanks.
Yeah, so I've enjoyed the show and all the guests so far. So it's nice to be on and talk about my company here. So it's called the BeneFITBox, and what it is, it's a play on the subscription services like Dollar Shave Club and Home Chef and those type of companies, but it's for full-size vitamin and supplements. What we wanted to do was simplify the supplement selection process. It can be a little bit overwhelming for a beginner or somebody who's never tried supplements before. So we wanted to ease the process, make it simple, and get great product to people in a really simple fashion.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. What got you? Do you yourself do a lot of working out? Is that what may have got you into starting something like this itself, or did you have some disadvantage walking into a supplemental store and trying to get the right answer to what you were looking for?
Fortunately for me, I started and had some pretty good advice at a young age. I had some good mentors in the weight room through whether it be sports or just maybe older uncles or cousins. But I myself have been like clockwork. I go to the supplement store, GNC, something like that. Every single month, every 6 weeks, I'm picking up a protein, a pre-workout, some sort of a recovery thing. I've been doing that since probably 15, 16 years old, right? So I would say that I myself, I don't have any, disadvantages when I walk in. I'm able to pick out product and I'm able to see what I like and what I don't like, and I have companies that I'm familiar with. So I really wanted to translate that into, a lot of times people will come to me and say, hey, I have no clue what to take. They might be in the gym for a while and they just say, hey, I have no idea what supplements are best for me. So there's a range of questions you have to go through at first and try to find out if they have any allergies or if they have anything that they should be aware of. And then I would recommend something to them and they would be so happy and they'd call me back and they'd be like, I love that product, and I'd recommend something else to them. And then it got me thinking on, man, how do we make this like a business model, that is something that can reach a lot of people. And
Sure.
My business partner, he's Steve Masheri. He's in the produce. That's his background. They've been in produce his whole life. His father and grandfather, they started a company, and the brothers now, they're taking it on, they're running it. So they really know how to distribute, and they really know how to get product out to people. And his idea was, why don't we package it and kind of go with the monthly subscription thing? And I was like, I think that's the home run.
I like that.
And we started working on the idea, and we started crafting it because I really like my stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I know what I like. And then he brought a whole nother element into it. He's like, well, these are the things that I like. So, we can't just have one or two things. We got to be able to have product for everybody.
Right.
So his big thing was making it relevant to weight loss, people who want to lose weight, people who want to build muscle, people who are beginners, people who are experienced, people who are sensitive to caffeine, people who are lactose intolerant, vegan. We wanted to cover all the bases. So we put together like a little mini survey on the site. You go in, you take a couple minutes, you tell us about yourself, and then by the end of it, what we're able to do is say, hey, this is a good regimen for you to take with your vitamins and supplements. We think this is appropriate, and this is the price, and this is how often you'll get it.
Yeah, we kind of walked through the process of the survey
Right.
beforehand, and it's super, simple, easy to use, user friendly. So if anyone's looking to get into the game, go to thebenefitbox.com.
Mm-hmm.
And
I made a promo code for the show too. Just put the initials of the show in, and
cool.
you'll get 15% off your first box.
Keeping up with the Chaldeans.
Yeah. And the nice thing is that we understand that people's lives are going to kind of go up and down, right? Especially with fitness. I myself am very, very focused in the winter, and in the fall months, there's not as much going on. In the summer, it's a little bit more, family and vacation. So we get that, there's times where you're up and down. So you can pause or cancel at any time. This is not a contract service or anything like that. This is something that you build a profile when you're, maybe you're slowing down for a couple weeks and you want to pause the box for a few weeks. You're more than welcome to do that. You log into your profile, you go through the process. So this is something that's built for you to, no matter what point in the year you're at, you're able to adjust it and, to your frequency of working out.
But from what I saw on the website, it's fairly inexpensive compared to other, subscription services. So for someone to cancel it probably wouldn't be the smartest thing to do because it's really fairly inexpensive.
Yeah, we hope that
Very
nobody ever
affordable.
cancels, right?
Right.
And the nice thing is that it's It's on your schedule. So if you're somebody that works out 3 times a week, you should get a box every couple months. If you're somebody that works out 4 to 5 days a week, you should probably get a box every 6 weeks. If you're somebody that works out every day, you're probably going to want a box every month.
Right.
So it's set up to you. So if you're somebody that's new to the gym, and let's say you want to pick up the pace, you can always adjust it. If you're somebody that's scaling back, you can always do that as well.
So how long ago did you start this business, and what was the push that said, you know what, I'm ready to get this off the ground and get it going?
Yeah, it's interesting. My business partner and I had those preliminary conversations, kind of just like an idea, pie in the sky thing. And then, we started to get really serious about it. We started going to some trade shows. This was in 2017, the beginning, like the winter. We went to a couple shows, and then I'd say by the spring of 2017, we said, like, there's an opportunity to do this. There's a lot of sample boxes out there where you can pay $20 a month and you get a box of samples, and the samples will come to you with a variety of things, but there aren't any specific full-size supplements that come to you designed to your goal.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I would receive a couple of these sample boxes, and some of them would be for things that I wasn't looking for.
Okay. And then you'd have to go out and get them also,
the full-size product, correct, right? So it's a way like for you to try things, right? But I wanted to start one where you literally never had to go to the store again.
Convenience.
Yeah, you were understood. They designed it for you.
And then from what you told me earlier, you do provide samples from time to time in the boxes, so people can actually get the benefits of these
trying different things and different
samples.
flavors. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's a few things we want to do. We want to provide the convenience at a great price and education to go along with it. So kind of like you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach him to fish, they eat for life type of thing. So we wanted to provide the education along with it too, so that you can understand what you're doing. But we want to do the surprise element, right? So hey, this month you might get chocolate in your box. Next month it might be strawberry if that's one of your flavors, or birthday cake, or whatever the case is. So,
but these are not just plain surprises. These are things that you select during the survey.
Correct, right. Yeah. Sorry, let's back that up. You'll pick your favorite flavors, whether it be, let's say you pick chocolate, vanilla, cookies and cream, so on and so forth. Our goal is in every single box to give you a little bit of an element of surprise or something new to try.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Now, from time to time, we'll get requests from people that say, I really love that last protein you sent me. Is it possible you can send me that again? Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll mark their profile. And we want to make this as customizable as possible, right? Because everybody's a little bit different when it comes to these things.
And then the typical box is
our
protein.
Starter box is $59.99.
Yep.
Typical box is usually like a protein with some sort of like a pre-workout or like a recovery supplement. People use the proteins for all kinds of things. You can use them for recovery. You can use them for midday shakes. You can use them for meal replacements. We have fat burners, pre-workouts, BCAAs. We have a variety of vitamins.
And then do they all come with the
So your first
bottle?
box will come with a shaker cup. Your first box will also come with a T-shirt as well.
Okay.
As your boxes continue to come in the mail, we like to provide a different piece of swag or like a piece of gear in every box. So you might get like a drawstring bag, or you might get a different color shirt, or you might get a different color cup. Yeah. And a lot of times what the supplement companies will do too is they'll throw us some stuff to throw in the boxes. So we'll have like wristbands or, other shirts from other companies too. So depending on the month, it could be something totally different.
And then each product comes with a descriptive or instructional card.
So that was something that my business partner, I give him a lot of credit. He's good at adjusting on the fly. Our first boxes that would go out, we were getting emails, and they were saying, this is awesome, but what do I do with each product? So we wanted to make it even more, right? More like the education part of it. So we developed these cards. Everything that comes in your box, you'll get an instruction card. When to take it, why to take it, and how to take it. So that it's very clear to you when, why, and how you should be taking the product. Because a lot of them look all the same, and there's a lot of fine print on these tubs, and you want to make sure that you're taking it the right way.
Yep. You guys take the guesswork out of it.
Yeah, basically, we'll give you a couple different ways you can take each product, and that's the go-to ways to do it.
You definitely tapped into a great market. Something in this industry is only going to have growth in it because we're becoming more health conscious, and wellness has become a big factor in the country for us right now. I know, based upon numbers back in 2016, and I'm sure it's grown now. There was over $122 billion industry. There was over 300,000 plus jobs. That was all from the supplemental market itself. As we're going into jobs, how many are employed right now under your company, and what did you start off with?
So to start off was just my partner and I, and we wanted to get our our hands dirty, quote unquote.
Sure.
We wanted to learn every process, so we literally packed every box. I mean, we went through every email, every order. I mean, every little thing for the first couple of years. We did everything ourselves. Now we've reached out. We've got some third-party companies helping us out with a lot of our social media stuff and our computer stuff and
Sure.
our website stuff. And as far as like logistics and things like that, we have a couple people in our warehouse and in our office to help us. So we've grown to probably where we're at. I'd say we got about a 10 to 12, 15 person operation going now.
It's great. For being under a couple years in business, that's
I mean, it's like I said, we use a lot of we've gotten a lot of help from a lot of, like, our production. We've got a really good production company now helping us with our video and stuff. So there's a lot of things that we couldn't find in the beginning that are really kind of fell into our lap now that we're doing, that are really helping. But in the beginning, maybe right or wrong, we kind of just wanted to do everything ourselves, which was an awesome learning experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it was great to get back there together, him and I, and just really learn about each other, because we were friends growing up, and when you start a business with somebody and you see them every single day, it's
different.
It's a learning,
Yeah.
And I think those times in the warehouse and those times of him and I, like, that'll be the times we look back on and laugh and enjoy. And
Yep.
and now that he's super busy still with his companies, and I'm rolling with this now, it's hard for us to laugh and get together and have that time. So, like, in the beginning it was very fun. Now it's day to day we're trying to make it better and adding parts when we can. So
Nice.
yeah,
It's like the open and close mentality when we first get a grocery store or
Yeah.
liquor store or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
You started it off, you do everything yourself, you mop, you clean, you do the bottles, you're on
have
the
to.
register, cashing checks, running
Yep.
up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So making pizzas, whatever you got to
Whatever it
do.
was.
Yeah.
So that's what you were doing, and that's what makes us such hardworking people, and gives us a little step up on others where we have a better chance of success.
We know how that goes. Definitely.
Yeah, we're ready for the grind.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely.
So you catered, I heard you earlier saying you cater to multiple segments of people's needs, from allergies and other things.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing anything? I don't know. You may have mentioned. Are you doing also for organic supplements as well too?
Yeah, so we have people who are looking for vegan products, plant-based, things like that. We have that available. If people are lactose intolerant, we can go that way. The products nowadays, when you hear about supplements, there's kind of a taboo feeling that goes with it, because when we first got started, there was not the most transparent products on the market. Like, I'm talking
Right.
about 1999, 2000, 2005. These things were packed full of sugar, and the labels weren't very descriptive. They would list, that they would say proprietary ingredients or something like
Sure.
that. And you have
Yeah,
no
that's-
idea what's in there.
Right. That's a way of getting
And
around it.
I might have no reaction to it, but the next guy might have a reaction to
Right.
it. And it was never, no two things were the same. And now, fast forward 2019, it's come so far as technology and the
Yep.
transparency of the labels. And now that I'm working with some of these people directly, and you get to know them about what their priorities are. And these supplement companies now, their priorities are not to just make a sweet label and sell. They want to have a good product.
Right.
A lot of them were here today, gone tomorrow, and that's not how it is now. You have these supplement companies, if you're not putting out a good product, you're not going to make it.
Understood.
So they've come a long way, and especially in the vegan, organic, plant-based, extremely transparent labels, no fake sugars. I mean, there's people that are, they're picky nowadays, and you have the right to be. There's
Yep.
availability of
Information, yeah.
product
Plus,
and
information is
yeah.
all over the web.
Yeah.
So no matter whatever it is, you can definitely find out ingredients, what it comes down to. But the biggest BS, definitely, you're right about that, was when they always labeled it with proprietary, information.
Yeah. And
That's the stuff that they don't want us to dissect and really get into.
and that's, in those days, really anybody could start a supplement company.
Yep.
There was all you needed was somebody to manufacture it and make you a label. There was nobody checking. There was
No.
nobody, holding you accountable for your product.
I was younger at the time. There'd be a party store. We used to have the little things right on the side by the register, little
Yeah.
vitamin packs and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it wasn't monitored as it is today.
No. I remember when I was in high school, I had some of the older kids in the team go and buy me product, and I'm 16 years old, and who knows what we were taking back then.
Yep.
Right.
It was nothing on the label.
Yep.
So before the Benefit Box, where did Jason get his professional? What was Jason doing professionally?
So my background, I'm born and raised in Michigan here. I'm Clinton Township guy, East Side guy. I went to Dakota High School, then I went to Western Michigan, studied finance. When I graduated, I moved to New York and got a job working as a stockbroker, and then eventually got into financial advising with Merrill Lynch. Came back to Michigan in my later 20s, like 27, 28. My family started to grow. I had a niece now, and I missed her and wanted to come back. And I came back and I met Anthony through CFL. Did a little work with him for a little while. I got into some real estate stuff for a little bit. But I'll be honest with you, I was a little lost when I got back. I was trying to find my way here in the Detroit area, and the New York market made me so aggressive and I was on fire when I got back, and I wanted to work, and I really wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I didn't know where and how. And ideas would come to me, and I would throw them, and just fortunately for me, none of them worked out, because this was the one that
This
worked.
is the home run.
And I talked to quite a few different people, so I bounced around for a couple of years when I got back, really trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
Good.
Did some real estate stuff, did some mortgage stuff. I like talking on the phone, so you can always get a job if you're aggressive and you want to talk on the phone. So, but then my business partner and I ran into each other. We at the time weren't talking business, and we were talking about maybe opening a gym together, and decided not to do it, and kind of brought this up. And like I said, it just went from there, and it's been an amazing experience. And like I said, I'm fortunate that none of the other stuff kind of worked out, because this is the thing that I'm supposed to be doing.
Right.
And I have my business partner, Steve Sherry, shout out to him. Want to say thank you to him. He gave me the opportunity and really like to be myself and to be creative and to run with this company. And it's been a great run so far.
And you're a coach at?
Yeah, I coach. This is my first year. I'm going to be coaching some football at De La Salle High School.
Nice.
So I've been working with them. I did I'm very good friends with the coach there, and he would bring me in to talk to the kids about.
You could talk about who the coach is.
Yeah, my head coach, Mike Giannone. He's a high school legend, 4 state titles, different schools. I mean, he's well known around the state. So he called me up last year and said, "Can you come in and talk to the guys? I want to make sure they're not taking any of the wrong supplements.
Nice.
Tell them how to take it, why to take it. These kids are too young. I don't want them doing the wrong thing." So I got in there and I caught the bug with the kids and start working out with them. And I start showing up like once a week. And before you know it, I don't know if you guys been around coaching or anything like that, but it gets you. And
it's addicting.
Yeah, and so now I'm there 4 or 5 days a week now, which is great. The kids. They really they give you a different perspective, on things. So,
and you actually provide these benefit boxes to some of the kids there. You pitch to teams. So if there are any teams out there or any schools out there,
any coaches
athletic
out there,
coaches,
athletic programs,
hit them up.
We do for high school kids. We'll make sure they're not taking any of the wrong stuff. No caffeine, no stimulants, no things like that. We do work with some older college programs. So once you get over 18, we can talk about different stuff, a little bit more serious training methods and things like that. Yep. We work with some colleges directly, which has been a great resource and a great learning curve too. So there's a little variety of things. We also work on a corporate level. We're in right now working with Quicken Loans and working with a couple other companies. So if you if you have employees and you'd like to talk about getting them healthier, we'd love to set up something to where we, come in, we can talk, we can, set something up. Yeah, come in, and I'd love to come in and bring, some shirts and shaker cups for everybody, and I'd love to do that. So. And
you got a bunch of videos online where they can kind of learn a little more about what you offer.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, the Benefit Box. I'd love to, get more followers there and really just hear more about our story. And we're really trying to get good content out there. We're trying to put different content out there. There's a lot of people right now in the fitness space giving advice and really preaching. And what we really want to do is just kind of, make it simple for you. Make it really easy to go to the gym.
Just the facts.
Yeah, and make it. I talk to people. For example, I got a buddy right now, Scott. He's out in Chicago and he's getting married in a few months. And he said, "Man, I just really want to get going again. I want to get working out again. I want to feel good." So I put him together a little program. I sent him a box out, and he sent me a text message the other day, and he said, "I'm feeling great," and that makes me feel awesome. And I didn't give this guy a extremely long speech or anything like that. Just simple stuff. Go to the gym a few days a week. Do X, Y, Z, and that's the kind of message.
Might be a stupid question, but are there any supplements that you can take that don't require you to go to the gym?
Yeah, I mean, if you
That would help you
no,
lose
that's
some
not
weight.
a that's not a
Or
stupid
stay
question.
fit. Just
Actually.
stay fit, you're
Yeah, just
saying,
stay
right?
fit, right.
Yeah, so if you can use protein as a meal replacement. That you don't have to go to the gym to do
Okay.
that at all. I take a protein shake even on days I don't go to the gym. You know,
Right.
9, 10 o'clock in the morning, I want to have a nice shake. You totally can do that. Now, there are things like recovery supplements, like BCAAs. You can take those every day. They have no stimulants in them. I know people that take a fat burner and don't go to the gym. It's like a substitute for a coffee.
And how does it work for them?
It's like a little bit of an energy boost. It's an appetite suppressant. It's
An energy boost meaning caffeine?
Yeah, there's a stimulant in it. Yeah, correct.
Okay.
It's more of a natural type of boost of energy. But some days when I'm not feeling like a coffee, I'll have one of those. Maybe a Monday or a Tuesday if I
Nice.
had a little bit of a
what Omar-
looser eating weekend.
Well, no, Omar does this. He does. He skips a meal or two with using the. He does a supplement.
shake?
Yeah,
Yeah.
shake.
Yeah, when you eat 6 meals a day, you
Yeah.
can skip 1 or 2.
Yeah, big fella. My brother's be. I mean, you wouldn't.
He's a beast.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind having a chat with him. He's 47 years old. In high school, he was 18 years old, leaving it, and put up 405 twice, all natural. Never was in the supplements or anything at that time.
Some guys just got it.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just
Some guys
pumped
just
it up
got
a
it.
couple times up in there,
Yeah.
and then he holds, I think, the deadlift or the leg press at West Bloomfield. He held it for a long time for his weight, but
I did not know that about
yeah,
him.
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah,
I knew he was a beast. But
yeah. Just
No,
he's into this supplement. I'm gonna put him onto your
Yeah.
to your program and
I'll
talk to
set him
him.
up with a box. I think I know who you're talking about. Is Omar. your
Omar,
brother?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep,
Yeah,
Omar.
yeah.
So I have a question for you. Just a little bit veers off of this, but
Sure.
in regards, it does help this. You got a lot of people that would like to cheat, like to go with HGH, which is human growth hormone, right? How do you deal with these high school students or these students that want to say, you know what, we don't want to jump into your supplemental box. We want to get right into the hardcore chisel look.
I mean, that's tough because even in my day, there was always going to be, your extremes where kids are flirting with a product like that.
Yeah.
My thing is, it's more going to come from parenting and the coaching.
Yeah, that's why your coach brought
Yeah.
you in to talk to the kids.
Yeah.
That's
Talk
what I was
about
getting
the
to, is because when he said
pros
leading
and
to other
cons.
things, that was the other things
Yeah.
that you would talk as.
At the end of the day, it's going to come from, I'm with those kids for, maybe even if I'm with them 3-4 hours a week, I can still make a good impression on them. But it's
Yeah.
going to be that makeup of that kid. I know some kids that won't even take a scoop of protein, and they work out 6 days a week.
There's
and
a
they-
lot of side effects to taking this stuff,
Especially
at a young
yeah.
age when you're
And-
still developing.
And these kids ask me every day, hey, coach, will you, sell me? And I'll tell them no,
Yeah.
because it's not worth it to me to make a couple extra bucks. My partner and I said that from day one. We will not sacrifice who we are as a company to sell supplements to 16, 17-year-old kids. The only way to combat that stuff is to educate them, be a good leader around them. You yourself,
model.
be in the
Yep.
weight room with them and like, they can't see me drinking a Coke. They got to see me drinking water. They
Yes.
can't see me coming into the office with a McDonald's. They got to see me bringing a sandwich when we go to 7-on-7 or something. So, for the young kids that are out there, you do not need it. It will not help. If God gave you the ability to play Division I football, you're going to play Division I football,
my
Yep.
man.
right?
Yep.
There's no product out there that's
That
going
was
to
well
make
said.
you. Unfortunately, myself, I
Not
wanted.
long term, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to play college football more than I. Well, I'm sure lots of kids
Yeah.
wanted it as much as I did, but I was one of those kids. All I wanted to do was play college football, right? And then I go to Michigan camp, and I'm looking at a kid like this.
Yep.
Hey, okay, you're not gonna be that guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna take something.
Yep,
But
and try to be something you're not
I'm
meant
hoping
to be.
kids are thinking that.
Being
down that-
realistic.
Yeah, it's great. You finish your high school career, be a great athlete, go to college, do all those things. You're going to live a long life. You don't want to sacrifice your health for such a small fraction of time. When you're
Small
growing
window.
so much, especially after high school. Kids are still growing.
Yep.
These kids, I'll coach them. 2 years later, I'll come back. I'll look at them. Well, how did that happen? Because they were healthy.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Growth
They
spurt.
didn't take something while they were young.
Yep.
So, I would say no, and email me, and I'll help you.
Yeah.
And I'll get you as strong as you need to be at this age and as healthy as possible way.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
you're a proud member of the Chaldean American Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. I like that. I need to get to more events.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
I've been on the email list and seeing things come through, and I got to pick one of these days to come out. So
Good deal.
yeah.
Any role models that were in your life as you were growing up, or even getting you to this point with this business that you want
I
to?
mean, I got so many great people that bless me. I mean, I would consider myself an outgoing guy, so I can if I see somebody that, like Anthony, for example, I picked his brain as much as I possibly could in the short time that I've known him. My father's a old school businessman. You know, I mean, he's as humble as they get. You know, he's a charming man. He's at church.
Who are your parents?
Yeah, my dad, Jimmy Bakou. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a church guy. You'll see him on Sundays. My mom, she's a Boji Maysoon. You know my family, Tony and them.
Tony,
yeah. So. My dad, though, you probably see him at church. He goes to 3 masses on Sundays, and you know he's got his suit on. And but he had a store and all that stuff growing up, and then he went into sales, and he's been working for the same company for 30 years now. So he's
great.
He's as you know, like I said, humble man, respectful. All my uncles. My friends are, you know, in the community my age are great role models for me. You know, I have a lot of young friends that are doing very well. They've set the, you know, bar very high. And, you know, we continue, like, you know, they say if you hang around with 5 winners, you're going to be the 6th, you know. It's
Yeah.
So I got a good group of friends. Like I said, I want to thank my business partner, Steve Masheri. He's you know, an amazing guy. He's, you know, he doesn't care about spotlight, not care about that stuff. He just wants to have a healthy, functioning company, and he's an amazing guy. That's hard to come by these days. I work with a company called the LPC Group. Shout out to them. Want to say thank you to them. Smash Creative. My buddy Sean Shaman does my video work. He's Chaldean as well. Does awesome stuff. Some of the companies that we work with, Nutribolics, Rule One, BPI Sports, Dymatized, GAT, NutriKey. My buddy DanoFit, DPT Personal Training. So.
Any gyms you're working with right now?
Yeah, this is the one we're going with right now. DanoFit, DPT Personal Training is one of my good ones. We've done a lot of work with LA Fitness. Shout out to Anytime Fitness, any of the Macomb Anytime Fitnesses. Great ownership group there. They've given us a lot of freedom to come into their gym and talk with their customers. Yeah, we can work with gyms on a local level too. If anybody wants to reach out, we can talk about.
Maybe get you into Powerhouse. Maybe.
Yeah, you know, those guys. Those are they'll know my father. Good friends, old school guys. Yeah,
yep.
They know they're
nice.
they're friendly. But yeah, no, I'm very lucky. I'm very blessed. I've had the ups and the downs, but I've had so many good people around me that I got through all that stuff and keep fighting and and staying positive, and so many good people that want to help me. Anthony reached out to me about this and about the Chamber of Commerce and all that. So I don't know what I did, but people keep wanting to help me. So
it's great.
You're a good man.
It sounds like you're doing great, and you're a great person from the overall conversation here.
Thank you. And I love what you guys are doing. Somebody asked me the other day what your guys' angle was, and I'm like, I don't think there's an angle. I think they just want to help.
We want to take over the world.
Keeping up with the Chaldeans takes over.
That's it.
Yeah, we're first starting with Michigan.
That's it.
One Chaldean at a time.
Yes.
Our goal is to have Chaldeans in all 50 states.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, along with their businesses.
Yeah.
In all 50 states.
This is just very cool. I mean, just what you guys are doing is awesome. We appreciate it. For me to get exposure.
Don't you service all 50 states?
All 48. We don't go to Alaska or Hawaii yet.
Okay.
You can talk to FedEx about that.
Right.
Yeah. A little costly.
Make my rates a little better. I'll send them down there.
Right.
A little costly.
We want to get into Canada and things like that, but right now we just want to focus on what we know.
Yep.
Really, I just want to get Metro Detroit. I really want to service the area. I like being able to talk to the customers. I like being able to, know who they are and what they do. And if we ever go national, and I have customers in probably about 14, 15 states right now.
Oh, nice.
So we are going, into the the Floridas, the Californias, the Arizonas.
Yeah, well, some states just don't work out.
It's well, hopefully we get them going
that.
there. Some states, just maybe they don't online shop as much. You go into those big cities and they're more, that's what they do. And Michigan, Detroit's, getting that way now. So, but yeah, I would love to get anywhere I can. But mainly, I want to really want to focus on this area, help as many people as I can.
That's great. I just want to let you know, just for the record, I do envy you in a good way.
Okay.
I envy you in a good way because usually the stories of success in this country is based off of residual-based businesses.
Mm-hmm.
You get enough members, you're going to be that residual-based business that I've been just loving to try to get into. But the reason I say I envy you is because your business model keeps the register ringing even while you're sleeping.
I hope.
Yeah,
I hope.
That's what I mean. That's the biggest thing.
I
and
don't
that's
sleep much right now, but
no. But in regards to that, when you wake up, there's already
that's-
sales ready to go coming. It's so different from what we were used to. But I appreciate your kind of business, and I wish you the best
Thank
success and luck with it.
Yeah, and I keep saying, shouting out my partner, but really, at the end of the day, why we were both willing to take so much of a risk was because of that reason, because of the residual business model.
Yep.
When you're doing something that nobody's done yet.
Yes.
He had a successful business at the time. He could have just kept going with what was going on. I was doing my thing. We could have just both kept going with what we were doing. But to take this kind of a risk, it had to be the residual, and that's what we did.
That's
know?
your reward.
And if anybody needs help, if they come up with an idea like this and they want help setting the box up, I mean, I can save you a ton of time, and you know,
That's great.
we
for
bumped
you.
our heads. We bumped
Very,
our heads
very
a couple
kind.
times with this, and I had a guy call me the other day. Hey man, who built your box? I introduced him to the person, saved some time. You know, anybody who needs any of that stuff, you can always reach out.
That's awesome, man.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else we left out, or
No, we'll throw you guys will throw the promo code and stuff into the
Yep.
into the
Yep,
how do you
yep.
do it? Like you point down or something?
you can point down, point left, point right?
Yeah,
Since you grew up
15%
on the
off.
east side, you throw up the
Yeah,
east side.
east side.
And he's all over social media.
Yeah,
So if you guys want to check
BeneFITBox.
him out,
Yep. You guys can email me,
Facebook,
Jason
Instagram.
at thebenefitbox.com. Even if you just need like help with putting the workout together, it doesn't have to be about the supplements or whatever. I'm here to help you out. I got a nutrition certification and background, so yeah, I appreciate the time. And
So before we go, Junior always likes to ask if you'd like to say something to
one positive. I'd like to hear something positive you want to give as a message to our viewers
yeah,
and the
yeah.
young viewers coming up. In
My favorite. There's a tons of fitness quotes, but my favorite one is, "You don't stop working out because you get old. You get old because you stop working out."
There you go.
I like
So
that.
stay fresh, stay young.
There you go.
You know what
With
I
the
mean?
benefit box.
With the benefit box.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
And
All right.
yeah, that's my thing. So
Awesome. Well,
Awesome.
thank you.
yeah,
Thank you for
guys.
that.
Really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks,
Thank
brother.
you.
Thank you.
It takes, brother.
Thanks.